The door slammed shut behind me, the sound echoing like a gunshot through our quiet suburban home. I stood in the foyer, keys still clutched in my fist, staring at the empty coat rack where Sarah's jacket should have been. It was 2 a.m., and her car was in the driveway, but the house felt hollow, wrong. My heart pounded as I climbed the stairs, each creak amplifying the knot in my gut. Then I heard it, a muffled giggle from our bedroom, followed by a man's low voice. Not mine. I froze outside the door, my hand hovering over the knob. Sarah and I had been married for 8 years, built a life together, mortgage, 2 kids, weekend barbecues with the neighbors. But lately, things had shifted. Subtle at first, her phone glued to her hand. Late nights at work, that new perfume I didn't buy her. I'd chalked it up to stress, the grind of parenthood. Denial is a warm blanket until it smothers you. Pushing the door open, I saw her silhouette in the dim light of her phone screen, alone in bed. No man, just Sarah, propped up against the headboard, laughing softly at whatever was on the display. She startled when she saw me, fumbling to lock the screen. Jesus, Mark, you scared me. What are you doing home so early? Early? My shift ended at midnight. Where were you tonight? My voice came out sharper than intended, laced with the exhaustion of a double at the factory. She rolled her eyes, setting the phone face down on the nightstand. Out with friends. I told you this morning. Friends. The word hung there, heavy. I remembered the morning, rushed coffee, kids scrambling for school. She hadn't said a thing, but I let it slide, like I always did. Okay, I muttered, stripping off my work shirt and collapsing beside her, her body tense when I reached for her hand. That was new, too. The next few days blurred into a haze of suspicion. I'd catch her smiling at texts during dinner, her fork pausing midair as if the message was more nourishing than the meal. Who's that? I'd ask casually. Just work stuff, she'd reply, too quick, too bright. Our son, Tommy, 7 and oblivious, would chatter about soccer practice, while little Emma, 5, drew crayon masterpieces on napkins. I watched Sarah nod along, but her mind was elsewhere. Heartbreak crept in like fog, slow, insidious. Was I imagining it? 8 years, and suddenly I felt like a stranger in my own marriage. One evening, after the kids were down, I couldn't shake it. She was in the shower, her phone charging on the counter. My palm sweated as I picked it up. Password, our anniversary. It unlocked easily, almost mockingly. Messages from Alex. Not a co-worker I'd heard of. Scrolling back, my stomach twisted. Miss you already. Last night was incredible. Can't wait to feel your hands again. Photos, intimate, laughing selfies in a hotel room I didn't recognize. Dates matching her late nights. My breath caught, denial crumbling like dry leaves. Alex, her ex from college, the one she'd mentioned fondly once or twice, the what-if guy before me. Anger bubbled, hot and unfamiliar, but beneath it, a deeper ache. Why wasn't I enough? I confronted her that night, phone in hand, voice steady despite the storm inside. Who's Alex? Sarah? And don't lie to me. She emerged from the bathroom, towel-wrapped, face paling as she saw the screen. Mark, it's not. Not what? Not you cheating? Not you throwing away our family. My word cracked, betrayal slicing through me. She sank onto the bed, tears welling. It's complicated, she whispered. You've been so distant lately. Work, kids. I feel invisible. Distant? I'd been grinding overtime to pay for the house she wanted, the vacation she dreamed of. But her words stung because there was truth in them. I'd let routine dull us. Still, that didn't justify this. So you run back to your ex? The guy who dumped you. He didn't dump me, she snapped, defensiveness flaring. Life happened. But Alex listens. Mark. He doesn't say no to what I need. The clues flooded back. Her sudden interest in yoga classes, where Alex taught, I later learned from a quick search on her browser history. The whispered calls she'd taken to garage, the way she'd come home flushed, claiming traffic. Suspense had built like a storm cloud, and now it broke. We argued in hushed tones, kids asleep down the hall. How long? I demanded. 6 months, she admitted, voice breaking. Heartbreak hit full force. 6 months of lies while I kissed her goodnight, planned our anniversary surprise. Denial gave way to anger, raw and unfiltered. You think this makes you happy? Sneaking around like teenagers. She stood, eyes flashing. At least with him, I feel wanted. My ex never said no. That's a real man. The words landed like a slap, echoing in the silence. Real man. Me. The guy who'd held her through miscarriages, built cribs at 3 a.m., loved her stretch marks and all. Suddenly not real enough. Trust collapsed in that moment, a house of cards in a gale. I turned away, chest heaving, and yanked her suitcase from the closet. Threw in clothes, toiletries, whatever my shaking hands grabbed. She watched, stunned, as I zipped it shut and thrust it at her. Get out, I said, voice low and final. Go to your real man. But know this, a real man doesn't destroy a family. He builds one. And I'm done building with someone who tears it down. She hesitated, tears streaming, but took the suitcase. Mark, please. No. I opened the door, the night air rushing in cold. Tell the kids whatever lie you want. But we're done. She left, taillights fading into the dark. I sank to the floor, sobs racking me, anger spent, leaving only hollow grief. The house echoed emptier than before. In the weeks that followed, custody battles loomed, but I focused on Tommy and Emma. Their questions pierced. Where's Mommy? I'd hug them tight, whispering, she's figuring things out. Therapy helped unpack the pain, my own complacency, her unmet needs. Betrayal scar lingered, but so did growth. I dated eventually, cautiously, rebuilding trust brick by brick. Sarah? Last I heard, Alex said no to commitment. Poetic, almost, but I didn't gloat. Heartbreak teaches empathy, even for the one who caused it. Looking back, that night shattered me, but it also set me free. Real men say no when it matters, to lies, to staying broken. And in handing her that suitcase, I finally said yes to myself.